Hi there, in today's video I am discussing fan relationships in K-pop, both within South Korea and internationally, and how that relates to globalization. Do you have what it takes to be a stan? Urban Dictionary defines standing as the act of being overly obsessed with an artist, person, or character. Stan has since developed to encompass all obsessive fan behavior, and while it was originally a term with definingly negative connotations, it's since become a proud marker for dedicated stans and is prevalently used in the K-pop fandom. It is important to recognize that not all fans are equal. There are a variety of fans and stans who consume their media differently. From casual fans or hardcore varieties, there have been many attempts to separate them from their individual traits, which helps identify the variety from any kind of fandom. Archetypes, of course, shouldn't be treated as fact. They are a generalization that just helps you understand the different kinds of fans better. If there is a progression line where a fan eventually becomes a stan and then so on, at the end of that road would definitely lie a sasang. In the Korean language, sasang means private life and in this case it refers to a kind of obsessive fan that isn't satiated by conventional means and crosses a personal line with idols, stalking them and making idols feel unsafe. The parasocial relationship between fan and idol can be divided into three categories: entertainment social, intense personal, and borderline pathological, with the first stage existing for entertainment and the second stage starts from forming an emotionally intense relationship, whereas the last stage is where a fan over-identified with a celebrity to the point their fantasy has become an uncontrollable behavior. The K-pop industry has pushed this codependent structure, whereas the fans directly correlate to the success of the artist through exposure, physical attraction, task attraction like voting and streaming, as well as social attraction. Companies, of course, capitalize on the nature of parasocial relationships to drive up engagement and loyalty. The consequence of marketing idols as a commodity enables fans to cross boundaries that are meant to protect both parties, and the relationship becomes blurred. Companies sell content where the idols show a bit of normalcy, and the fans invest in them because it gives them a feeling of relatability. Recent developments in online technology has strengthened the root of the issue and opened parasocial relationships to a global audience. VLive is seen as the biggest contributor to changes in international perception. Using subscription-based format, it allows idols to send personal messages sent en masse to fans. Subtitling has also been a game changer, allowing international fans to feel more connected. With increasingly accessible platforms like YouTube, which allows for an endless stream of content, cultural proximity becomes less of an issue affecting K-pop's global popularity. These sites allow for an easier access of foreign cultural products, facilitating the cross-cultural consumption of media content. Whatever cultural barriers that would discourage an international audience from enjoying K-pop and Korean media are significantly lessened due to these technologies and opening of cultural sharing. Within the industry, companies use these advantages of a global audience whilst also encouraging intense loyalty and commitment. These actions only strengthen a one-sided relationship. In extreme but not uncommon instances, this bond can become an intense attachment that becomes emotional dependency, which can be a form of escapism for fans. This behavior doesn't have any give, it only strengthens, especially when fans aren't self-aware. The final stage of a fan's state is pathological, when a fan is so invested and attached it gives way to dangerous tendencies, i.e. the sasang fan. Sasangs are defined by their obsessive persona, believing that because they have dedicated their time and money into an idol, they are somehow owed access to their personal lives. Sasangs are known to stalk idols to their dorms and their unofficial and official schedules, going as far as committing criminal acts in the hopes of being recognized by their idol and standing apart from other fans. This kind of behavior is unfortunately picked up by media outlets the most and can leave people outside the fandom with a negative viewpoint of the entire industry, considering that it's such a small minority taking part. This behavior has been exploited by companies that promote boyfriend-girlfriend fantasies between fans and idols. Idols often push this idea of a secret bond with their fans, putting it above their own idea of personal relationships. "My girlfriend is my fans" is a common saying, but then when it comes out that they are privately dating, the issue is intensified, and the fans call for their idol to apologize. Of course, the idea of good fans that sincerely care about their idols are the majority. It is the minority of crazy fans that get media attention and exaggerate the nature of the fandom. While it's important to raise these issues and set a stance on the morality of these acts, it doesn't justify the negative perception of the fandom and the idea of liking K-pop. People should be able to enjoy their hobbies without criticism. And lastly, thank you for watching.